Alright, just getting a few things here real quick. And seeing if you can see everything. I guess tech if it's not on my end, but it's possible. Hmm. If I can see chat, if I can see chat. It's not popping up though. Popping up? Let me pull the mic a little further away. There we go. Trying to make it not so blurry like this. Hopefully that's good. Let's give me one more second. A little bit more things to get together. Um, hmm. Hmm. Checking if everything's good, so I'm going to my Rumble. But that's why I'm here. I'm still messing around with the studio. Boom. Let's try this. Boom. Let's try this. And seeing if my YouTube, how things are on the YouTube side real quick. They're on the YouTube side real quick. Okay. This is cool music and all, but I want to pick something more fitting, you know. Is this audio? I hope it's not. Actually, we'll just. Mm, I mess with this just a little bit more, guys. And then, when actuality, I just want to see, make this jump out the window instantly. So I gotta try to change my settings the way they were. That one. This one looks good. Cool. I'll put this up in the corner. Guys, look at this. Whee! So you can see most of the messaging. The font doesn't take too much everything. I wonder if I can make my logo just a little bit bigger. There we go. Perfect. Oh, kind of sort of perfect. All right. Yo. Okay, it's just a little bit of lag on my end. But what do you call it? Let's make this smaller. Let me pull up my reference and then get started. Hmm. Alright, if I have an issue, when I was watching on the playback of my last stream, I was breathing like really heavy. So please let me know so I won't stop sucking in air with my face. So I'm gonna use a faint green because I'm gonna use a lot of blue in this drawing. Ah, wait, this is just better to do with the mouse rather than the pen. There we go. Alright, maybe I should just do a vertical drawing. Let me see. It's easy to see and stuff, so I'm gonna try to make it more of that. Hmm. I wonder if there's a way to just, oh, hey, there we go. Move it just by itself, and then continue drawing. Drawing the elbow. One foot. So stepping a little further back. Can you let me know, Mr. Noluki, in the chat if my breathing is apparent or whatever? I just guesstimate it. A little now that I pointed out. I'm sorry. A little further away. Um, just so it's not trying to be taking over the show. I guess this one can go out a little further. Yeah. Let me try to erase this area a little more. comes down. These curve a little at the top, kinda. Well, they're looking off of other people's drawings too while I do my own. Maybe come out just a little further. Maybe I should put on Christmas type music. What do you think? Last stream until like after Christmas, but I don't know. Let's make that lighter. Still a little much. I'll work on more detail in his hand. It'd be more festive if you're into that. Yeah, I can see that too. Making my OBS just a little bigger so I can see it better. And I gotta find my other window wherever I put it. Here we go. Perfect. Kind of doing a fist grip motion. Knuckle go out a little. Work on the outline. I can see it better. Yeah, just kind of guesstimate. Right? But that wouldn't cause the knuckles to go far, the fingertips to go that far in. Something of that matter. Let me fix the thumb. I draw him with the wrong thumb. Hands, dude, I tell ya. Let's look at the other one. That you can make animations with this, so that's really cool. Ron. Very impressive program. Fingers. That's alright. So the holidays and I'm hanging out and stuff. I'm just relaxing. My work for the year is done. Well, my obligated work. Now it's just purely on if I want to do something for my beneficiary. Let's see if I can get. I'll drop down the fingers over here. So for the fold, for the something along those lines. I think I'm ready for the outline. I gotta tidy up around the shoes and stuff. Just mainly where this meets. So like the drawing I, again going off of it, goes over the top. So I'll fold down in here. Like here's more of the line. I just have to draw this a little shorter. Has to. This I'll make, I don't know. I wonder if I can make a little bend in there to make it look like he's kind of on his tiptoes or lifting his foot up. That gives, right, he runs, so have a little thicker calf. He ain't got no dingling. Let's see. That hand's good. Face. I want it to have his eyes sag down a little bit. So it'll be like coming. Same with this number, but getting kind of hard to see right there. Yeah, that one's good for the skin ends. Right there. Eyes, they look like a good distance apart. Yeah, that looks fine. Alright, now let's go back to the outline. This goes up just a little bit right there. they're a little lighter. Or depending on how much I want to work on this. Kinda. Can I go out? Yeah, that looks good. Oh, hey, Denny. My little dog. No, buddy, I'm painting right now. His brow. A little bit. Oh, my buddy. I don't know how you're gonna get up there, dude. Wait, I think that's it. So, here. That's a really good start for the line, so I'll just erase some of it. What Sonic should I do? Should I make his arms blue or regular? I'm just kidding. Oops. Bro, I was exhaling again, my bad. I hunch forward and I hold my breath when I do some strokes, so then when I relax myself, it comes out like that. But that's me, I always hunched when I draw. Sniffle. It don't look too bad. Alright. Seasons of Love by Rent. At least with the very intro. Let's try the other one. Whoa. Okay. Let's go a little bigger. So there's a little fold here. Too sharp. That's how you do that, right? Just a little something like that. Too thick. That one should be fine. Yeah, it looks okay. How much more detail I have when I keep my placeholder. There are artists that can just straight up do that without like breaking Benjamin. Nope. Let's hope my glove turned out fine, huh? One, two, three. So this is the index finger. No, he's holding his thumb. That's right. Right? That's the left hand. I'm just real quickly looking at my hand. That goes under, huh? Ugh. Thumb? Or do you put it? Do a lot of you make the fist often? No, it's under the knuckle. Okay. So it curves down and over. So this will point inward. And then thumb will go under this, like that, but I see where I messed up. Let me erase this. Okay, down. So it's like that, and then the thumb should go something like this up. Dang it. No, not like that. This ugly design doesn't look too bad. Arm. The shoulder has Sunday. I might do the whole dual stream and then move to the Rumble later after I'm done. This is going to be out for a long one though. I'm going to try to play a game, not the day of rest. Uh-oh. Go away. Occasionally edit a thumbnail or two, but that's still drawing with other pre-established images. But I kind of want to just make mine have a little charm, so I draw every thumbnail, or I'll have a drawn. Something that I drew, part of the thumbnail. I just have to dedicate a good proportion of practice to draw hands. The human hand is so complicated. Quite a while. I mean, yes, you can still be. It's pretty prevalent today, but that was an easy tell. Let's work on. Let me move this over a little bit so I don't have to draw on my buttons. It's kind of looking at us with that. Oh, what? Cancel. You didn't see that. Kind of looks a little derpy, huh? No. Oh. That don't look bad. Smooth, smooth, so smooth. It's a little too much off the top, but I can always add more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How did I... Right, and then move it? No. I don't know what to do. Awkward. You wanted to come into the room with me, so now you're stuck in here until we're done. Sorry, buddy. There, got rid of it. Notice how a tiny little bit of the squinty eyes can change that? Okay, color. I'm gonna have to pull up a picture of Sonic real quick, guys, so I can use the color, so I can steal from the colors. Just give me a real quick second. Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, that was weird. The Hedgehog. Full body, I guess. I'm trying to pull an official art or for. Is that Sonic EXE? That's good color to pull from, though. Some things real quick so I can get the reference. What do you think? A little big, huh? Just to pull colors from. In the meantime, let me pull back my Rumble Studio. Cool. Add the color. I think I'm gonna go with a light one and then color in the darker spots. So like that. That should. I am drawing on the outline. Oh my god. Not that. There we go. There, much better. I was like, I'm coloring over the line, but I'm glad I caught it early. I should add a little bit of background this time around. All I kind of do, I just do the little brush stroke thing, the softer. Energy drink. To be right back because my dog needs to go. I'll be right back. Ooh, okay, I'm back. That wasn't that long. I'm trying to get a little more comfy. This video or this track playing always reminds me of Dwayne and Brando. Any iteration of it. Bro, Mr. Look, I was just singing at work too when he's like, Yeah, I can save my battery on my phone. It's just coloring right now. There we go. I'll add a little depth to the shading before I'm done. So I'll try to use some of these darker colors right here. Yeah, you sing their music. Uh, that and I don't know why, but I always think of just random episodes from SpongeBob to help me get through my day. That's a little too. Yeah. But Dwayne Brando, like the only ones I remember to this day are the Zelda one and Sonic one. I don't know, like Mega Man or the Battletoads one or whatever. It's funny. That could be a fun drawing, Toe Jam and Earl. Or if I could just incorporate an obvious Easter egg to Toe Jam and Earl in one of my little character drawing things. They even fit like have a niche today. Or if they did, it'd be a very sub niche amongst video games. Hey, if you remind me when we wrap up the stream, I'll put on the Sonic one before we head out. That could be fun watch. And a trip down nostalgic lane. I see a couple of people, it's like how they do something that makes their channel unique to them. I don't. One guy here on Rumble who I talk a lot with. He always does a parody of an infomercial stuff. I think like one he did recently was like back pain or something like that. Mega Man, Pac-Man ones besides. Yeah, I forgot about the Pac-Man one, dude. That one's so short. I'm Pac-Man. A Clydesdale. Now my references are getting all over the place. Kind of phoning in with that hand right there. Now that's not bad. Bro, I colored his arm blue. Oh my god. I went on autopilot. Ah, what did they do to my arms? Damn it, renditions of Sonic. It's like I want to say the Toriyama when he changed his character's colors and he gave Trunks blue hair. But there's been different renditions of Sonic where one has his arms blue and one does not. It's funny, dude. I'm part of this fandom, and I know the franchise because we have so many niche I can't talk subgenres. Blue. Hell, Sega could do a Sonic into the verse. Yeah, I could kind of see that. It's like the Spider-Verse, but very variations of Sonics. I like that they brought back Emerald because Sonic Battle is canon. Um, what I've actually learned, and so they have characters that don't shine back, shine. Wow, that can shine in the limelight again that have new life too. I like this brush. It's so nice. And stuff. Oh, hold on. Look, I gotta turn this up. Well, yeah. Now we're gaming. Now we're chupa and chimpo. You know, the picture I'm looking at has
What the ghost?
freaking just a smile, but I think I can just change it to his, right? Have to be like more horizontal, something like that. Yeah, I'll leave it with the little, anyway, with the second layer for it's starting to look a lot better. Let's pick up mixing three languages together. They don't know chimpo, chupara chimpo. Yeah, I guess you're probably right. Alright, I'm gonna pause drawing Sonic for a second and I'm gonna try to work on a background. No. Corner small tiles, other. I don't know what any of those do. I remember there was a tool. Let's turn this down a little bit more now. I remember being a tool somewhere here where I could add the vanishing points. But I'm not finding it. A little drag and drop tool's cool. Let me save this real quick. Sonic. Well, that's good, but I need it in the other color. Perfect. But where? Like right here? Up here? So I'm gonna have to make this go away. Something like that. Anyway, back to the fur. I think I'll do it in 3 stages. One medium, one light, one medium, one dark. Here. So it'll be like under here. This is kind of just a general note where I'm drawing it. Freaking. So that's probably it. This way I don't have to reach and bend more forward. Oh, just drawing this makes me hot and heavy, you know? I'm just playing. Oops. I. Okay. I spilled my energy drink. But we're good now. Well, Clip that? Hell no. I don't know how you clip streams. Alright, let's start coloring these patches. Excuse me. Oh man, I had one of those fits where you needed a sneeze or whatever, but you couldn't. Uh-oh. My video stopped. Looking good. Karita's. I'll be back right after I chip off the dead skin. Have you ever heard of a... But I'm good. Hmm. Does that look right? And it gets darker, huh? So like even darker like this scale for like the under. Or is that too dark? Mm. Do you want to see the video or do you want to just hear the You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna put one on. It's a dub over. It's very shitpost. Oh, dude, someone animated it? All right, here it is. The piss droplets have me, dude. Ugh. Okay, but that's it. Back to drawing. Let me turn that down just a little bit. That's a little too bright. Oh, crap. That seems good. But, like, something in between this two. Hmm. We'll probably head out around 2:30. Okay. Um, I know the event starts at 4 o'clock. Ideally, though, ideally, no, I'm just fine. I'm not the driver, so perfectly fine. 2:30. Uh-oh. Wait. I've been drawn on the wrong one, haven't I? That's okay. We'll just, hmm, copy. Dun, 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 dun. And now, I'm just kind of going off the cuff at this point and trying to add my this too with these color fading. But I don't know if I'm making it way too harsh. I can add so a lot more on too. Oops. Hmm. Kind of work on the loin area. The tail too. Right inward like this. Oh yeah. And I could go in here really dark after this. Or light source is a whole nother lesson. Since again, I'm pretty much self-taught with drawing. I'll take a lot of I'll take anything, willing to learn that stuff. Will be the another light source, but I'll work on that later. Um, let's go down here. Can I add a little depth right here for his knee? Mm, so this, but even brighter. That is hard. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Going light to dark, then dark to light. It ends tonight. We can. There is smooth. I like that. Um, let's go back to this one. And then on the inside of well, the leg a little bit. Yeah, that's all I can touch up this ear. What might also work is just taking the opacity to the thing and taking away a little bit of the color at a time. Usually I just mixed two colors. I have like a little touch of a darker one on a main flat color. I just don't get out with digital art that much. I wanted to. Guys, ain't that cool? My first one. Okay, work for that stuff. It's not just gonna come climbing down. It's like how I was in the everything will work out rock on life, and now I'm just keep trying to climb higher and get that drive to do more. And when I meet that goal, I just try to aim even higher. It's kind of really changed the way I see things. Erase, let's say 10% of it. See what happens. This is by the leg. Other way. I did it backwards. Like this. Yeah, it's very soft. I can go up to 30. Let's make the big, big brush. Wrong, I forgot to bring the opacity back up. Too bright. Alright, this layer's completely missing. Yeah, this one might need a lighter erase. That's what I was doing. I was coloring on the wrong layer again. I think I should start working on the skin now. Skib, skin, skin. Dang, aquatic mine? Or like, I know it sounds weird, but there are lore junkies and stuff like that out there. Like, what do you think would have been like before this happened? Just off the dome. And then I can think I'll make Sonic's skin tone 3 shades, a slightly darker and a slightly lighter. But just make the lines not as bold as well, because we have that subtleness about it. You don't need thicker. Well, I already noticed, like with this right up here, my bold line doesn't need to be that big. But instead, I made that brow side. But again, doing it on digital, you kind of have to learn the, like, how do you say it, like art language. You can just stroke over it softer or lighter, with a tip of a digital art. You have to, it's all flat. And then there. Not that I'm complaining or anything. I'm just like that. Honestly, go inward a little bit right here for the arm. A little bit right here for the arm. That way it has a little pop to it, but I like that one. I have to add it. I have to add it. But I'm probably gonna have to go over the skin again. I mean his fur. Unfortunately, his fur. Unfortunately, I will go darker, but to like where it will go along parallel with this line. I'm not trying to make something that drastic. Yeah, it don't look bad. Yeah, it don't look bad. And then a little bit right here by the cuff. Too much. Because his wrist right here. But yeah, I much prefer this. Let me say F it to these two colors and this one. I'll just bleh, actively wait. It's not a huge contrast. And then this right here too. You know, it's funny how like gamers ask questions to their chat and then they figure that stuff out. They kind of like their troubleshooter. I wonder if there are people who do. I have to make this just a little brighter. Otherwise, it's gonna bug me. Mount again like that. Yeah. But yeah, I goofed up a bit. Well, I wouldn't say it was necessarily a goof up, but it's a learning exercise. And it's just I'm just trying to get a little more confident doing something. And if I get in the rhythm of things, I can push myself to more and more stuff because I'm a little out of my comfort range adding a third color. But that's the way you grow as an artist, at the same time. See? Like, and then color this spike right here. On my drawing and ask. Hmm. Oh, I deleted it. I was saying I wanted to draw something and then maybe in a year time I'll redraw it and see how much I've improved as an artist. But I'm not focusing on anything specific right now and just kind of doing it just to do it. And I just never got better or practiced some new steps and things in the way. What do you think? This one can blur up higher and then go one more shade darker on top of it. Sounds like a plan. I do like that blue though. That one's a nice one that I'm coloring over. See, like this, that is really good to me. Like, I'm proud that I did that. Uh, Fur light. But yeah, with the, and then there's a fourth one subtly right there. But maybe I can go here and go darker. I didn't even get on the shoes yet. Hmm, that's right. Two. Then I'll work on the leg right now. See, that ain't bad at all, self. I kind of, you'll notice that I do talk to myself, kind of give myself a little pep talk. But I think streamers do that all the time. They'll talk to themselves. Maybe. I don't know. I get a little excited when I see myself improve. And then the inside of this leg is dark. That's where the light fades away. And I'm going to go off script here and hopefully not mess up. This is going to be the darkest. And I'll color this part right there. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh yeah, this is happening. I'm not gonna risk it. Work on. So all I do is what, color it white? Oh, but I like to color out the background so I can see. Because when you render the image, the parts that you didn't color white will show through. It just kind of looks like a mess. I draw good enough to do commissions. That actually kind of blew me away. We'll get his teeth in this too. There we go. And then shade darker. That way when I go, because I'm trying to make his brow cast a little darker spot on the eye is what I'm going for when I do this. His eyes, dude. Like a splash of like a yellow into it as well. Little tiny white speck right there that animators do. Which I'll do. Life to his eye. Just a little bit more. And then go up over here and make this one just a tiny bit darker. Just again because of his brow. So what you do with the thing is this is the outline, isn't it? So I have to draw it on the outline. Nose. This is a tiny little thing, but it adds some detail. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this. Weird, but I only noticed because I took away that background. See right there, I can tell I missed a spot. Right there. Okay. And what else? His shoes. This is a reference. They're pretty much just white. And let's erase this background so I can see it. Ooh, I like this track. See this? I'm just kind of winging it right here. I've been practicing on little fold areas and just subtle shadow overcast. Nothing that big, but mhm. Red. I can probably bring that up to 11, 12. And then the bottom of the shoe's gray. Maybe eggshell is the term. Cool. Now this one. And I'll just two-tone the foot, the shoe. This little bend, like it's on his tiptoes. Something like that, where it's not that bad. Was Twinkle Park right? To me, this. Dun, dun, dun. It's almost melancholic hearing it now. This is the part that I thoroughly enjoy about art the most now. Like, it's starting to come together, even though he looks a little goofy. But, like, people who glance at the art piece of whatever compared to the people who make it themselves, they can definitely see the effort and stuff into it. I noticed that with other forms of media. Like when I watch now, I've been watching more animations as of late and seeing the work that's put into it rather than the end product. It's really cool. Oops. And it's just the whole, hey, that one's good, or critique too. That's what I'm always open to. Yeah, his shoes made the drawing pop a lot more when you turn on the background again. And let me get rid of this. Where did it go? The paint layer, so it stands alone. But I still want to kind of add some sort of background to it, like grass. I'm trying to find a good color for grass. That I can probably make that one work. Or now that I'm thinking about it, the vanishing reference disappear. Yeah, because the reference that I was using had like scared of something. What do you think? Should I just whip out a background idea from my head? No, I won't. Looking at that. I'll draw these two buildings right here, and then in the background I'll try to make a hillside or something. We'll do that. Would two buildings be fine? Or I can just try to draw a tree or something right here. I like that idea. Hmm. And this is going to be behind everything, right? Perfect. That's one thing I've been practicing. How am I going to word this without multitasking? My trees were lacking in a way with the tree top. like the flow through, and I'm like, how can I make that those bushes? I might have goofed it with this, but I up around. Um, I think I can make this smaller, thinner, because I see how my base of my trunk is. We'll start with there and then go much further up. Um, you gotta train your eye to try to pick apart the art before it comes together. So I'm gonna try to make this wrap up. Hmm. Um, so I always drew like the bushes around like that type deal, but I want to see if I could. So like this kind of thing, and then fill in that crack later. So like this will be fine. Um, or something like that. And I can focus on this making, because this is a nice line, but I kind of like my, something like that. Or I can go up, down, and the ground comes up again. And that's a little too much. We can make this darker and commit. And even if it's just like the, oh, dude, I shoulda, woulda. No, that's something I gotta keep getting out of my head and just go with it. So I can make it do this. There's so many references you can use to draw from trees. I've noticed. I was like, does that look like one? Would one organically draw grown a certain way, or you tie trees in a certain thing to make grow to your liking? If you have the time and patience. See, I can make the bark twist and move, and just make the trunk a little bigger at the end. Draw various thickness bark and stuff. Nothing over the top, just so you can kind of gauge what that is. I could probably make thinner lines though. Maybe. In a reference, I've gotten comfortable drawing trees where I don't feel like I need one. poke and turn out, or how far out one goes. I'm trying to go for a deeper green. Let's put, well, actually, let's first get this baseline. This is freaking not scrap brain, but and then I'll just go over one fat layer. With this, I wanted to draw a landscape behind me. I'm like, let me focus on just a couple layering colors, improvements over time, rather than just jump. Because I know to like somebody looking at this just looks like, I don't know how to explain it, absent space. But to me, I'm drawing an undercast over this giant tree. Since it's a darker green. Yeah, I'll just erase that in a bit. Look, ooh, see? I can color in the lines because of my layering. Ooh. But that's what I wonder if any of you other artists are watching this and stuff. Do you draw the centerpiece and then, as if anyone's watching my stream other than let's see, let's add the bark. Brown's an interesting color to pull from. It's like orange. Orange and black is the easiest way I can use to get. Very chill though. There we go. There. Oh wait. There we go. I want bolder lines and I don't have to be as cautious. Let me erase this real quick. There we go. Mon ami, es que mejor, or whatever. Eh, okay, maybe not esposa, but just because I'm Mexican. Light skin, so. And fur. Lightest. This gotta be the light one. Yeah, it's gotta be this one. Ah, there we go. Anyway, tree. And I go, let's go a little darker. Is homie still heading over, or you have any word on that? Well, actually, that's the opposite. I want to color this part because this is behind it. Just giving this tree a little more depth. Yeah, yeah, more. I mean, your esposa is your mejor, technically. Unless, you're in a weird relationship. Or you're doing, I don't know. I'm not a relationship expert. I was gonna say something, but I'm like, I took a detour for 40 minutes on that drawing to do the tree, and it actually turned out a lot better than I thought it would, looking at it now. So we'll have this again. Um, Actually, I'll pivot. This hill's fine the way it is, but I'm gonna make this line go here. He canceled. He said you would be able to get earlier for the event if you. Wow. Yeah, I'm not surprised he canceled if he didn't come over. I shouldn't talk lowly of the guy, honestly, but like I know you're creating problems for yourself doing stuff like that, not being able to do certain things just cuz you can make a million excuses for something, but at the end of the day, with what time we have left, what I was going to say is keep it simple. It's that grass. Yes, he has a time management problem. He always has. But he isn't going to get better at that, doing silly things. Like missing events and stuff like that or whatever. I mean, oops. Actually, let me make that thinner lines. That way it'll line up with that tree line right there. And then I'll have this one coming upward. There we go. Now back to the grass. 100. This is the most effort I've ever put in doing a background on a stream. Well, since he ain't coming over, I guess we can go get food. If you're feeling it. And if not, that's cool too. Well, actually, I don't know if I want to get. I'm gonna try to make this a little darker. Just keep adding dark layers like this. Hmm. Yeah, you're pretty hungry. I feel it, guy. I'm getting there a little bit myself. Sky. What do you think's still open at this hour? Anything? Oh man. Well, that's awkward. How am I doing this wrong? Uh, that ain't right. I'm trying to work on some beams right now. And then clouds over this. Let me finish this drawing real quick, guy, and then we'll go get some food. Well, it's not too bad when I'm trying to play with some colors and stuff. No looky, give me your honest opinion. Or critical or whatever. Is alright? I try to add the clouds and stuff at the very end, making it more pop. Draw the I gotta find a way to make my stamp. I need to zoom out for me to. That's my bad. I'm just finishing my stream. I'm doing the thing. So it's I kind of just worked on the tree, but I kind of just phoned in the sky. Let me date this thing real quick. And export. Put in JPEG. That's it. That's alright. Guys, I'm gonna wrap up the stream tonight. So, thanks for coming by and stuff like that. Whoever came into the late show and stuff like this. Looks like their